Before he goes on stage, Bernie likes to sit, reflect, and become one with the music he is about to perform.
That's the one thing that I know that is very similar to baseball. This moment, you know, like an hour before the game, an hour before the concert, this is kind of like the time you get your mind, you know, straight. You know, you go over the songs that you're going to play. You're going to try to see what elements of improvisation you're going to utilize in all the songs. Try to get your sound as clean as you can. The one thing about baseball that made it harder was that you can go through the same stuff that I'm going right now, but I had absolutely no idea how it was going to come out. You know, at least now I have a pretty good idea how the show is going to go. If I do my job, and, you know, obviously the music is going to be great, you know. But in baseball, you don't have any control over an umpire calling a pitch right on the corner, or you're hitting the ball right on the button, right at somebody. Hopefully you'll be ready, like when the time really comes, like in the clutch situation, and you kind of like, you know, you focus all your attention on what you have to do.
Please welcome back to the Wolf Den stage, Bernie Williams.
Bernie's interest in music is alive, and it is vibrant. And a few years ago, he wanted to take it to the next level. So he auditioned and was accepted to a prestigious music school on the Upper West Side, called the Manhattan School of Music. He is set to graduate this May. But Bernie let us tag along on a few of his classes and check out how he is learning each day the finer points of being a musician.
Manhattan School of Music is one of the 8 independent conservatories of music in America. And currently our students come from more than 50 countries and almost every state in the country to come here to study with members of, in this case, like Bernie, with jazz greats that play all around the world, as well as members in the classical division who are from the New York Philharmonic, from the Metropolitan Opera Orchestra, from the Met itself. So that's the kind of faculty that we have that attracts those kinds of kids from all over the world to come to school here.
Major 7th, sus2, major 7th, sus4, minor major, flat 5, augmented and diminished.
It's been a wonderful experience, you know, just having this, you know, great relationship with the professors, and you know, the kids are keeping me young. Yeah, so I'm looking for more of a kind of like a swank kind of thing, like and motivated and challenged, because these guys are like probably the top players in their field, like in their high school and their college, and they come here to finish their degrees. You know, a lot of them are master's degree program, a lot of them are bachelors, but they have a very comprehensive background in music and music education and everything. So it has been, you know, I feel like I'm getting my rear end kicked every day, but it's making me a better musician, which is what I want to do.
You have to bring that to a climax at the very end. You got to like go up in the upper register, because it sounds like you're still noodling, you know, while the chord is going. We're one of the few schools in the country that offers a doctoral degree in jazz, America's greatest art form. So when you get accepted to the school, that means you're like one of the 100 best students in the country. So the fact that Bernie made it into the school through auditioning, he auditioned just like everybody else, is a big feather in his cap. So he's been striving and thriving.
Okay, guys, a quick review just from what we did in the beginning of the semester. We talked about the melodic minor modes, and then what chords could fall underneath it. And then Bernie wrote that beautiful tune, Take It Slow, based on that homework assignment. Meeting him I knew it was going to be a ball, because his humbleness was unbelievable to me. Yeah, Bernie? Beautiful.
It feels better this way. It kind of flows a little bit better.
To put yourself in that position to come back to school, like, you know, most people could go to like a Berklee College of Music and they would hand him a doctorate degree with doing nothing. But he actually put himself through the mill, put himself through playing with young kids, came to class. The composers who write songs spend a lot of time thinking about their chords. So it's pretty brazen of us to actually have the audacity to just change them. So Bernie's been a great inspiration to have him here because he's showing them the work ethic. He had that work ethic obviously in baseball, so that he's brought that to the music.
Bernie's been my student for 3 years, probably one of the hardest working students I've ever had. A joy to work with, and he might be one of those individuals where lightning strikes twice.
We have also different classes. This was an ensemble class that I'm mainly the Afro-Cuban class, but we still have history of music, history of jazz, the music of Duke Ellington, and a lot of reading classes and a lot of music listening classes. And it's fascinating, to find out, and start getting really deep into, what I really want to do.
Hold it out. You should have held that note out. You should have held that note out, man. It would have been nice.